To share the gospel is to be in prayer. The Spirit of God is going to be leading you into praying for whoever He gives you a burden for. When I first came to Christ, this is 51 years ago, I had this huge, unquenchable burden for my family to come out and find that way out of the darkness. And there was lots of opposition because I grew up in a religion. I grew up in a religion that was manipulating, dominating, controlling. They use fear to keep you in it. And it's comfortable sometimes for people to be in that situation because they know what to do. Relationships are a lot harder. You know, you have, because it's a relationship is a give and take thing, where a religion is like, oh, here's what you do and don't do, and then you feel good about it. But it has nothing to do with salvation. So the first thing you do is you need to be praying that God would begin to convict by the Spirit of God. The Holy Spirit is who convicts us of sin, convict them of their sin, and give them a desire to come out of the darkness. That's the most important thing about sharing the gospel. Prayer. Without prayer, no one comes into the kingdom of light. Prayer is the key that begins to open the door. Prayer, you need to be praying for whoever God gives you a burden for. Next, you ask God for opportunities to share what happened, and you give your testimony. You say, okay, God, this is what happened to me. This is exactly what happened to me, and this is where I was, and now first you have to learn about who you are and how you came to Christ, and then you begin to share that, and it becomes a testimony. It's your testimony of how you came out of darkness and into the light. So sharing with your loved ones, you need to I had to learn the hard way, because what I did was I came on too strong. And what happened was it pushed them away even further. And so I kind of was going backwards on where I really was desired, where I really wanted them to be. So you need to pray and just be discerning and be patient and allow the Spirit of God to do what He does by convicting them, leading them, and guiding them and directing them without you interfering with them. Because once you start interfering with what the Spirit of God is doing, it pushes them even further away from God rather than closer to God. So you got to back off a lot of times, and you just have to just say, okay, God, I really love them more than I love them. Can you just start working on their lives? But give me an opportunity, and that it would be your leading that I would share the gospel with them. One thing about prayer, almost everybody's accepting of prayer, so it's a good place to start. Can I say a little prayer for you? You mind if I say a nice little prayer for you? A little bless your day or something like that? Start with something that simple. Everybody's open to that. But once you start telling them that you're a sinner, you're going straight to hell if you don't accept Jesus into your life, it kind of pushes people away. They kind of get resentful, and then they don't even want to be around you anymore. But if you use the way, it's kind of a honey is better than vinegar, and when you trying to lead somebody to the Lord and sharing the gospel. But it's all Spirit-led. It has to be the Spirit of God moving in that area of evangelism. I had to learn that the hard way. There's so many people I literally dragged into the kingdom, made them say this prayer, you got to say this prayer. And the only reason they said the prayer was just get me off their back, And so that really was detrimental. It took a lot longer for them to come out and accept the Lord then. So I had to learn that. God is so gracious in teaching me how to do that. So wherever I go, I ask if I can just say a nice little prayer for you to begin with. And then if the door opens up any further, then I begin to lead them to the Lord.